Hi, I am Ana Mayor Miguel Pulido, and I want to tell you what the City Council did yesterday, March 17th. We took some emergency action because of the coronavirus. In a nutshell, we're doing a series of things. We're closing down City Hall, we're shutting down the library, the zoo, many non-essential services. Why? Because we don't want this virus to spread. We want it to slow down while we get better handles and control over it all. If you look at what happened in Italy, they started with about 200 cases. In 30 days, they had 21,000. The curve that we're on right now as a country is the same curve. We started at 150 some a few days ago. It's climbing every day, and the trajectories are overwhelming. So here in the city, we're doing a series of things. We're suspending parking violations when we're doing the street sweeping. You know, folks are at home taking care of their kids. Last thing we want to do is give them tickets. We're protecting consumers against price gouging. What do I mean by that? I heard a story of somebody at a local store charging something like $10 for a gallon of milk. That is price gouging. We won't allow that. Now, this is not to scare responsible grocers. We have many responsible grocers in town. And if they need to adjust prices because their supply is increasing, reasonable price increases are to be expected. You can't just go above 10% just because you want to and you're taking advantage of people. So if anybody knows of any price gouging, let us know. We'll follow up on that. Also, we've given authority to our city manager to keep City Hall running. So all our projects, building and planning, people that are trying to build things, we're going to process things virtually. We're not going to get together anymore. You're not going to see a city council meeting the way you've seen it in the past for quite some time, because we don't want this closeness, and we ourselves don't want to infect the public nor each other. So we're going to go to virtual meetings. That means teleconferencing. You'll be notified, but you're not going to see business as usual, at least not for a while. Also, on any city services like your water bill, if you get behind on your water bill, we're not going to cut your service, and we're not going to charge you late fees. But you have to work with us. We still want you to pay your water bill, but we're just going to be more sensitive about the whole thing. We're also working with the state. I've been in conversations with Governor Newsom and many mayors across California. We're all trying to stop evictions, in essence, have a moratorium. Here, we're working with our city manager to instill those policies. So, you know, keep paying your rent, keep paying everything you can, but if something happens and you can't, we're going to make sure that you don't get evicted in the middle of this whole, crisis that we're suffering. We also are going to be working with the homeless providers to make sure that in our homeless shelters, we stop the virus as well. So we're looking to bring in test kits, more testing throughout the city and the county for that matter. We're also demanding from the public health officer at the county to tell us where the people are that have this virus and this infection, so that we can isolate it and we can all be more proactive to reducing any negative impact. So, look, I'm going to continue to do these communications. If you have any questions, please call City Hall. We're not open to the public, but there's still a skeleton crew here. We're continuing to work. Email your questions into the city. Whatever you need to know, we're here to help. I'll tell you that together, I know we're going to make it, through this whole situation. I know that there's companies right now already working on vaccines. They're using artificial intelligence to develop a virtual vaccine. And because of the way computers work nowadays, they work much, much quicker. And I believe that technology is going to help us. But we have to use our common sense as well. So, stay at home as much as you can. If you got to get out, you can go outside, you can walk around, you can walk your dog, you can go to a park. Just don't let the children play on the playground, because if they touch something, they could be getting the virus. And remember, it's invisible. You don't know where it is. You can't sense anything about it. It doesn't smell a certain way. It doesn't taste a certain way. It just infects people, and those that are compromised, it can kill. It's got a very, very, very high rate. We don't even know what it is yet because we don't have enough data. What we do know is that, again, as I mentioned earlier, in Italy, they went from 200 to 21,000 in about 30 days. And we're on that trajectory right now. So if we don't slow this down, it's going to overwhelm our hospitals, overwhelm all of our ability to fight it. So please do your part, stay safe, isolate when you can, don't congregate, and together we're going to eradicate this virus.